There's something I'd like to show you. Something you might enjoy. Something wrong, Mr. Ventura? Take care now. Bye-bye then.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Go woke, go broke is a popular saying on the right. It's almost a meme. The left would say, give us an example of any company that has gone woke and gone broke. And to that I say, well, read it and weep, dumbasses. Here's Target. In the year 2022, their stock trading at all-time highs. One of the biggest retailers on earth. And then what's this exactly? An absolute neck-snapping drop. A cratering that they've never recovered from. Why? What would explain this? There was no great pandemic. There was no like horrifying economic fallout. There was ups and downs, but nothing that would explain this. What's going on with Target stock? I'm telling you, Target decided to F around in the culture wars. They decided to find out. Target decided to bring in Satanists to design predator displays inside of their stores that are, of course, visited by children, and then put that Satanist predator display for Pride Month that directly and aggressively sexualized children right in the children's section. I know it seems insane because it's suicidal, but this is well documented. Here's an example of one of the multiple Satanist designers wearing a Satan Respects Pronouns shirt that Target decided to personally link up with in order to design an entire series of clothing worn by, too queer for here. Good job. Right on the Target website. There it is. Right on the Target. There you go. Right on the Target website. Look at this. Life is better in communism. Okay. Satan Respects Pronouns stickers. Endorsed by Target. I mean, how you can't go more woke than this? It's arguably worse than what Bud Light did, right? Depending on where you're coming from, and I would argue it is, and here's why. Because at Target, they have children's sections. Bud Light's 21 and older. It's alcohol, 21 and older, right? Unless you're in Appalachia, I guess, or whatever. But Bud Light is an adult product. So what they did with Dylan Mulvaney is different than Target. Target is for children and families. Here's what we found when we went to Target. Just a really short preview because it's bewildering that any business would ever decide to do this.
About 15 steps in, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, right at the front of the store. Here's not just the display with adults featured in it, but toddlers featured in it. Is a little kid. Of course, an adult wearing a shirt with naked adults on them. He, she, they. Got it? And no one's wearing clothes. Right next to a little kid. What I find interesting about this is that it's also right next to the children's section. See this? This is all the kids section here. Don't tell me that's by accident. There you go. Let's go check out some of these items. We've got bibs. I am always proud of you. Bibs. He, she, they. I am proud. This one's in Spanish. I wonder how many of these they've sold. Right next to the trans people will always exist shirt. Here is a 12 months Pride onesie. Target saying they got rid of these. Nope. And here's the famous tuckable swimsuit. This is 5T, so this is for toddlers. Satan uses preferred pronouns. There's the entrance. This is the Satanist product that they said that they took down. They lied.
Target did lie. They did a ton of lying through all of this. It was an absolute PR crisis, including but not limited to Alex Stein wearing a tuck swimsuit.
Look, I got it. This is nice. You guys see this? It's tuck friendly. You see?
You remember that we did all this?
This is Target is so progressive. I love it. Thank you, Target. I just feel like I could run. I could exercise in this.
So this is clearly not something that you do if you want to be taken seriously as a brand, and Target's stock dropped 14% year to date. Just a reminder, it wasn't just Pride Month, they also had Pride Christmas. With disabled Santa Claus, somebody tell me how does this work? given the Christmas lore? Anyone? How is this chimney accessible? Somebody explain. Do we have accessible chimneys now? Okay. Anyway, Target collapsed, and they have never recovered. Again, they lied. They said that they removed all the satanic items. They said that the Pride section was for adults only. It wasn't. They relocated the Pride display. So I went to my own Target, and we checked out. And we checked this out time and time again because we wanted to stay on this because we wanted to, fight in the culture wars. It is a war, in fact, and someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. And we've officially won, we're proud to say. So after doing this reporting, and after leading the charge, and after hitting the ground and proving that Target was lying again and again and again, collapsing their stock, we are now here. We are here to report to you that Target is in total and complete retreat. That Target, the same one that I went to a year ago with that degenerate Pride display right in the children's section, has replaced it with a MAGA display. I kid you not. Here we go.
June 2nd, a couple days into Pride Month, we are here at our local Target in Tampa, Florida, where we went thermonuclear viral last year by exposing the satanic groomer display targeted at children in this location. There was a major backlash at the time, and Target ended up actually removing a lot of these items from their floor in a humiliation for the entire brand. But we're back to check and see what kind of a display they have this year. Since so much has changed culturally, will they still be on the groomer, satanic, gender-bending, trans timeline? Or is Target going to change? We've heard some interesting reports. Let's go find out. We got fireworks. That's a good start. And then, what is this? Right at the front of the store is a Coastal Classics American Summer display featuring this family.
Impressive. Very nice.
This is remarkable. I can't believe it's real. This was where the degenerate groomer display was last year, and now it's been replaced by a father and a son wearing patriotic ensemble. This is crazy. Red, white, and blue, Star-Spangled Banner. Gone are the satanic items, and in are the American flag vintage threads. And now we're just kind of walking around seeing, maybe can we find something? Well, we might have some Lizzo body positivity here. You ever seen anything like it? I just can't believe it. Again, all of this was the Pride groomer display, and now it's been replaced with a MAGA display. So I don't know if Joanna Gaines went and made a couple phone calls or what, but there's no groomer display at this Target. Maybe it's just mine, but I'm seeing reports of this all across the internet, that they have eliminated the satanic groomer displays and changed them to MAGA displays. What a difference a cultural moment makes. This is neck snapping. This is what they've replaced it with. Reporting from a much better Target, ladies and gentlemen, we win.
Don't ever let them tell you you're not powerful. We all did this. We all said no. Parents drew a line. And you may say, Benny, this stuff doesn't matter. Who cares? It's just Target. Target is something for all of us. Bud Light is something for all of us, if you're over 21. Your sports teams, the American flag getting burned on the street, like these are things that we all share. When they are totally and completely overtaken by your political enemies and a very deeply radical and dangerous faction of them, the predators and Satanists that are overt about all of this, then you're losing the culture, right? It's important because you want to live in a functional society. You can't have every organ of the judiciary, corporate America, the government attacking you. You'll fail. You have to take back what you lost in a war. In order to win a war, you must take from the enemy. You can't be continually ceding to the enemy. That means you're losing. And I don't want to be a loser. I want to be a winner. And so this is what winning looks like. Like kicking that garbage out of the retailers that target children and then replacing it with a patriotic American flag like 4th of July display, MAGA display effectively, that celebrates fatherhood and families. Good. That's a victory. Everyone should cheer that on. Everyone should. We're proud to have been part of the crew that cheered it on. Proud to have gotten the #1 song in the country, Boycott Target. We even did a little special with Forgiato Blow, who sang this song. And, you know, here's a trip down memory lane for you. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you refuse to buy these products or shop at these stores, if they push radicalized, predatory ideologies to sexualize children, that, if there's ever a red line, that's the red line. Okay? Enjoy.
Attention shoppers. There's a cleanup on every aisle. Target is targeting your kids.
Put a target on my back, but they're targeting your kids.
We got a Trump truck on a Trump truck.
You wonder what it is.
I want everyone to see it. Watching. It's real love. I just love Forgiato's content. Like, it's real. It's real love.
Yeah, they target. Yeah.
Boycott Target. The #1 song in America. No way conservatives could actually top the rap chart. You've never heard of Forgiato Blow. On this episode of The Benny Show, we're going to show you how conservatives are fighting back, one boycott at a time. Forgiato Blow is a Florida-based MAGA rapper. He's also the #1 artist in America right now. His song Boycott Target is the top of the charts, #1 song in all categories. He's beating Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, and Taylor Swift in the charts right now.
Just feels like it's more than music now at this point.
Forgiato Blow is going to celebrate today by taking us to Target. How are we going to get there? The MAGA-mobile.